All right, first question for you is going to come from Brian Howell from the Boulder Camera.
Hey, Kary, hope you're doing well. Have a couple quick ones for you, but first off, your thoughts as you come into this camp as a returning starter, a veteran. Do you have kind of a different mindset after going through all of last year and sort of being a leader on this group now?
Well, as far as like the competitive thing, there's I feel like Kane and Ray and Chance Lytle, they're both coming on, so you can never get too comfortable. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's kind of my job as a senior to take a little bit more of a leadership, but I kind of take the same approach still, trying to work hard and get there.
And then just as a follow-up to that, have you taken any time, especially with some time off this summer, to kind of reflect on your journey and how you went from that kind of under-recruited guy to junior college to now you're a Pac-12 starter and kind of a leader on this team?
Yeah. I talk about it a lot with my dad because it was kind of a difficult spot when the Pac-12 wasn't playing and everyone else was. I think it ran through everyone's mind a little bit of what do I do, especially as a senior. But ultimately, it came down that Colorado was the first one, so I kind of, I still have love for Colorado, and so I stayed with the one who came to me first, and I've thought about it, and I've thought about the journey, and I'm proud of where I am today.
Harpazani from Sterling.
Hey, so I was wondering, obviously as a member of the offensive line, your quarterback and your running backs are always trusting you to, open up the holes for them. What kind of relationship do you have with the running backs and the quarterbacks on the roster?
Well, we work with them a lot, we have the whole running back by committee deal. So you got to kind of build a relationship with all of them. I feel pretty good with all of them. I trust that they're going to make the right reads. Same with the quarterbacks, and we don't, still trying to figure out the quarterback spot. So we're always, trying to build relationships still.
Okay, Henry Chisholm, DNVR.
You guys had a change at offensive line coach this year with Coach Rodrigue coming in. How has that change gone, and what are some of the differences between him and Chris Kapolovic?
I think it's gone pretty well. Cap left us in a good spot, so I think obviously there's different techniques. Every coach calls things different. Every coach teaches things different, but I wouldn't say there was any step backs. We kind of hit the ground running. Even through the whole coronavirus deal, we had to be self-starters. So we had, me, Will, Colby, the older guys. We all tried to get groups together and still work on our craft,
Justin Guerrero, CU Sports Nation.
Kary, just in a calendar year, how do you feel like you've grown, you've improved from the start of this camp compared to last? And overall, just what is kind of your feeling heading into these first couple padded practices as opposed to a year ago, especially having one more year under your belt?
Well, there's a lot of time to improve on other things other than, football. That's kind of what fall camp is for. But over quarantine, I was still able to lift and stuff. So I actually got stronger during quarantine, and just trying to improve things that aren't quite football specific, and trying to improve that way,
Back to Brian Howell.
Kary, you had Arlington Hambright on your left last year, Tim Lynott on your right. They're both gone, and you have some veteran guys around you, but how big of an adjustment has it been to have some new guys around you?
I still have Colby Purcell, and I still have Will. So it's not like much change, Colby's probably the smartest guy in the room, and then Will has more snaps than any of us, so I don't feel any different than last year as far as my comfortability with guys around me.
And then I wanted to ask you also about there's a lot of guys competing for other spots, especially on that right side. Is there anybody that's impressed you? I don't know if you've been able to, really pay attention a whole lot to what's going on over there, but anybody that's impressed you?
Yeah, I focus more on the guards just because that's kind of my position. But like I said, Chance Lytle's been coming on really strong. He looks really good, and Kanan Ray looks great too, and Casey, I think a lot of people kind of projected him as a starter. He looks great too, you know what I mean? So I don't really have a clear favorite right now, you know what I mean? So they all look great right now.
Great. I'll throw the last one at you, Kary. Any benefits to having 3 different coaches in 3 years?
I mean, I can say I'm adaptable, you know. I've had to learn essentially 3 different systems. So I think it kind of pushes me to learn quicker, which I think is a positive.
Great. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for joining us.